Pre-Algebra. Mr. Lawrence here with your flipped lesson for over spring break. Remember, this is the one you want to watch because if you can do what I ask you to do, we'll go ahead and let you get started on the homework almost right away. All right, you can get your homework done before you head out. Now, we're going to be talking about probabilities, permutations, combinations. But before we do that, we have to talk about something called the fundamental counting principle. And this is a principle, not like Mr. Morgan, like an idea or a rule to follow. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it says yet, but first I'm going to tell you that you have 3 shirts. Doesn't matter what color they are, but if some of you go, what color are they? Okay, well, they're blue, they're black, and red. All right, and you have 4 pairs of pants, and maybe some are jeans. Then you have some corduroy. Okay, and you have some dress pants. Then you have some fatigues. Fatigues are what like soldiers wear, the camouflage stuff. And let's say you have 5 different pairs of shoes. Not 5 shoes, but 5 different pairs. You got your high tops. You got your, say, some dress shoes. You got your heels. I know a lot of you guys like to wear your high heels all the time, right? Okay, you got your pumps. And then you've got some sandals. All right. Well, the question is, how many different outfits can you make? You can only wear one different outfit at a time, but how many different outfits can you make? And we're assuming you wear 1 shirt, 1 pair of pants, and 1 pair of shoes with each outfit. So don't say, well, I could do the blue shirt with the jeans and go barefoot. No, that's not an option in this problem. Okay, how many different outfits can you make consisting of 3 shirts, 4 pairs of pants, and 5? And I'm going to tell you the answer is 60. Yeah, I can just look at 3, 4, and 5 and tell you it's 60. How do I know? I know 4 times 5 is 20, and 3 times 20 is 60. Right? And some of you are saying, well, Mr. Lawrence, you didn't follow the order of operations. Well, that's true. I guess I didn't. But it was all multiplication, and multiplication is commutative. So what I did in my head, which means I can change the order, by the way, what I did in my head was 4 times 5 times 3. And you see that's the same problem as 3 times 4 times 5. And so I get my answer of 60. All right? That's the fundamental counting principle. Said more formally, it says, if one thing happens m ways and another event happens n ways, then together they happen m times n ways, which just basically means multiply. All right. Now, it's pretty easy to do, and somebody's thinking, hey, this is cake. I don't even need to pay attention. Well, that's not true because I'm going to fool you in a moment. But let me give you this little sample problem here. Let's say you go out to dinner. And on the dinner choices, there are 5 appetizers. Again, I'm not going to list them because I don't need to. I don't need to list them. I don't need to make trees or diagrams or charts. Sometimes those are a good thing to do. And the problems we're doing, though, those trees or diagrams or charts, they will be humongous and take you forever to do. So I don't want to do that. There's going to be 5 appetizers. There's going to be a choice of 10 entrees. Okay, there's going to be 3 soups and 6 desserts. Now, if you aren't sure how to spell dessert, remember there's 2 S's in it because of strawberry shortcake or because you always want seconds. Anyway, so how many different meals can you make? And we're assuming a meal consists of 1 appetizer, 1 entree, 1 bowl of soup, and 1 dessert. Well, let's see. We've got 5 times 10 times 3 times 6. Right? Something happened here. Looks like this line ended up That's very strange. Let me redraw that 5. There we go. All right, well, I'm going to save this 10 for last, and I'm going to do 5 times 6 times 3 times 10, because the numbers are going to come out prettier. That's 30 times 3 times 10, and that's 90 times 10, and that will be 900. There are 900 different meals. All right. 900 different meals. Do you really want to make a tree that has like 900 different things at the end? You'll be doing it till Christmas time. All right. So let's look at a problem that's slightly different. I know some of you think you don't need to study for tests, especially true and false tests. Let's say that Mr. Belkoff or Mr. Stern are going to give you a 10 question quiz, all true false. Okay. How many different ways are there to answer that quiz? Now, some of you are thinking 20, and that's just not correct. Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's number my paper to take my quiz. Yeah, I know some of you are insisting. I know Tony Brooks is in here going, no, Mr. Lawrence, I know it's 20 because you said to multiply. I did say to multiply, Tony, but you have to multiply the possibilities, not just any number in the problem. All right. Let's see here. How many different ways are there to answer the first question? Well, true or false. There are 2. The second question, well, I think the true or false, that would be 2 again, right? So 2 for the third, and 2 for the fourth, and 2 for the fifth, and 2 for the sixth, and 2 to the seventh, 2 to the eighth. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired. 2 to the ninth, and 2 to the 10th. What I multiply together is not the number of the questions, but the possibilities for each question. Each question has 2 possibilities. So I can multiply 10 2's together, or I can do 2 to the 10th power. By the way, this is a very large number. This would be 4, and then we're up to 8, and now we're at 16 and 32. I'm just multiplying by 2's. The 62 makes it 64, 7th makes it 128. Then we get 256, and then we get 512, and then you get 1024. There are 1024 different possible ways to answer this question. Only one of them gets you 100%. Most of them will result in very poor scores, D's and F's. All right. There's 1024 different ways to answer this quiz. So those of you that all over the years have been thinking, oh, I don't need to study for true or false, I'll just guess. I got a 50% chance. No, you got a pretty crappy chance, to be honest with you. Okay, let's take that social studies idea again. And let's say this time you have to take a 20 question quiz, and it's multiple choice, A through D. Well, let's see. I'm not going to write out all 20 questions. I'll just do a few and see if I can figure it out from there. For the first question, I have 4 choices, A, B, C, or D. Second question, I have 4 choices. Third question, I have 4 choices. If there were only 3 choices, 3 questions, the answer to my problem would be the same as 4 to the third power. But since there are 20 questions, my solution is going to be 4 to the 20th power. Now this is a humongous number. So big that I'm not going to try that on my own. I am going to show you something pretty cool here. Hold on a second. My airliner keeps going into draw mode. I am going to bring up Google Chrome. And I don't know if you realize this, but Google is a calculator. 5 plus 6, enter. And there we go, it's 11. You see how it does it for me there? All right, so I'm going to have it do 4 to the 20th power. So I'm going to do 4. I'm going to do a little caret. So next time somebody tries to tell me, oh, I didn't have a calculator, well, that just isn't going to cut it. 20th power. And I'm going to hit enter. And look at this monster of a number I get. This is big. I'm going to copy, see if I can paste that into my my document over here. There it is. And I'm going to drag it. Oops, wrong one. Let me drag this one. Okay, because that's what 4 to the 20th power equals. And it puts spaces in instead of putting commas in. So I'm going to go ahead and put the commas in here. 4 to the 20th equals this number. And that number would be, let me see here, 1,099,511,627,776. Only one of them gets you a perfect score. So those of you that like to color in patterns or guess or whatever the case may be, you're really foolish because you're going to get a terrible score. Okay, and it's only hurting yourself because when you take the OGT in 10th grade, well, that test determines if you get out of high school or not. Okay, actually, you get out of high school, they'll kick you out, but if you get a diploma or not. So the OAA has way more than 20 multiple choice questions, way more. So the chances of getting a decent score on that are pretty small. By the way, I'm just curious, can you convert this number into scientific notation? Go ahead and pause the video, see if you can. If you're still watching, I think it would be 1.0. Oops, that's not a 0. Get back in here, 1.0995116277776. Now I'm going to count how many times I scoopied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it'll be times 10 to the 12th power. There is the number in scientific notation. A very large number. All right, Mr. Lawrence saying I'll see you Tuesday. And those of you that understand what's going on will get the opportunity to get your homework done in class. All right, we'll talk to you later. Goodbye, everybody.